All right, we should be live. Just give me a couple of seconds here for this to pop over onto the YouTube stream, and then we will get it started. I am indeed live. Cool. I have got the notification on the mobile. So let's more or less basically right get it started here because there are going to be people who will be joining after the fact. So let's talk to introduce the people to the replay. So thank you for choosing to watch the replay of this live chat. I do appreciate it. And if you want to be at any of the ones in the future, of course I'm gonna try and do these in the future, Friday or Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or we're also going to be doing some also on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. I don't have a set time for those, by the way, but they will be happening then as well. So the question for this video, of course, is should I start doing like a 24/7 live stream or whatever of K-pop music? And I don't know, it's an interesting idea. And the reason that I can do that, or the reason that I can do for some songs, for some groups and stuff like that, is because my YouTube channel is affiliated with Dia TV, which is a network that's run by CJENM. And so I have copyrights rights, I suppose, or the permission to use those copyrighted songs in my content. And so if I have the rights, then I can do them on. I can play those songs on live stream, and I should be able to just keep that running, and it won't get shut down, and it will be spectacular, super awesome like that. Um, so it's an interesting option as to like what I can do, because I like I said I can do that. So I don't know exactly, of course, that it's going to be something that happens immediately because I'm probably going to need, of course, a dedicated computer to get that running or something. And of course, internet is also a little bit of an issue as well. So there are a lot more things that need to be figured out before I can get that started. But, we can, though, of course, play songs that are distributed by CJNM, which is cool. And that's why I was using Less Than to Vix in my previous live chat while I was playing Train Fever. Last week it was a Tuesday or Thursday morning or something like that. We got hello to Kalo, whatever you want to, however you want to say your name. Hello, welcome, and Alexandra with the question mark. Good to see you posted in the chat. All right, we are just kind of I'm trying to figure out. So bear with me because sometimes the internet is a bit garbage and there's not a whole lot that I can do about it. Hello, Bryson. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to be back. See what I can do about the internet. It's going to take like 2 seconds, I promise. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hopefully that kind of evens it out a little bit. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But yes, indeed. The internet, my internet, mine. I do apologize for confusing you. My poor stream quality is to blame for that one, unfortunately. Or I'm sorry, my upload speed at the moment that I've got is to blame for that. there's like this is the reason why I kind of stopped doing these so frequently, because my internet is a little unreliable in this regard and I don't really appreciate it. But I don't know. Hopefully, it figures itself out. And Minyun, hello, welcome to the live chat. Glad that you could join. Glad that everyone could join. Sometimes, right, oh boy, it's like I don't even know. And this is the thing, is like most of the time it's kind of crap, but sometimes it's actually pretty good. So I don't know. Hopefully it's figured itself out now, because I'm watching. Nope, it's not. Feed it chickens. I don't know. Will the chickens help the internet? If the chickens will help, then I will definitely consider it. Like 100%. Did they have to be live, or can they be already dead? I don't know if I could do live chickens, because I would have to kill them, right? Lame joke. I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, I don't get it, to be completely honest, but hey, feeding internet chickens to make it work is. And we're back. Okay, so we're back now. Cool. American internet is not necessarily bad. It's just the fact that service itself and like customer service and all this other stuff is kind of garbage. Like like the fact that I don't even know. So where I used to live, or where I do live actually, we've had our internet and all that stuff was done through, I believe it was like Time Warner or something like that. And so we had a plan where we had like, it was like a, I don't even know whatever the speeds were, but I think it was like 100 something download, right? Which is like not the best, but it's also not horrible. It's definitely something that I could live with, and I do appreciate when we get it, which is great. Um, and then Time Warner, was it Comcast? I don't remember, somebody like that. Then they rebranded. They didn't actually like get bought, but the company rebranded into a company called Spectrum. And so now that plan that we had before doesn't exist, and we actually pay the same amount of money, if not more, for less actual internet speed, which is infuriating. But it's crazy. It's the that aspect of it is really bad. Just the actual service and the options that we have in the United States is very poor for the most part. Girls' generation reaction. I'm not gonna do a girls' generation reaction. I recorded them, and then I was like, I don't really want to upload these. I'm not. I'm probably, and to be completely honest, if I'm gonna be like straight with you, I actually tweeted about this yesterday. I'm probably not gonna be doing a another girls' generation reaction ever. To be honest, I listen to their songs. I might do a song review video, but I'm not gonna do a reaction video to any more girls' generation songs. Or I will record them, but if I upload them, I do not know. And I will definitely be checking out. I will definitely be checking out 101 tomorrow. I didn't get the opportunity to do that. And Zara, welcome. It's been a very, very long time. It is indeed. It has definitely been a very, very long time. So I'm glad that I'm back. We're gonna try and do these more regularly. And yeah, so that's good. That is that. I missed doing these, to be completely honest. Talking with everybody, it was all a good time. Okay, and so 24-hour K-pop stream. I talked about this at the beginning, mostly just so I can have something to fill up some space before people joined. But the whole 24/7 K-pop stream, K-pop music stream, because I just added that to the title of this video. Oh, I'm in uni. If you're working, I will be. I should be back live tomorrow morning at some point. I do not know exactly when that's going to be, but it will be. It will be. I will try. I will try my best. But of course, you could also just watch the replay of this when I'm finished with this. The replay will be published for you to watch later. What's going on between me and Girls' Generation? I don't like them. I don't like their music. I don't want to deal with their fans. It's the one time I'm not going to release a video that's going to be a negative opinion of a group. Also another part of it too is that the videos that I recorded, I was not happy with the quality of them, as either. So that's also a factor. So anyway, a 24-hour K-pop live stream is basically just, I would set up a 24 hour 7 days a week, continuous live stream of K-pop music. So that's the idea. It can only be songs from groups that are distributed by CJENM, because I have rights to use their music in my videos, so I can stream their songs. But Newest isn't coming back until the 101 promotions are done. Newest is a full group. There's a Newest. What is their? It's Newest something for like waiting or something like that. Yeah, there's a subunit that's making a comeback, but not the full group, because they've got one member that's in 101, I believe. Yes, I could use 101 actually. So I can actually, yeah, so I can use 101. I can use, yeah, W. That's it. Waiting, Newest waiting. See, super smart. I can use 101. I could use IOI, I believe. Um, Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, I can. I definitely think I can. I could actually, honestly, and here's the thing too, which would be kind of interesting to see. I would have to email my network, because they also do have rights for Mnet shows as well, and the music. So I can actually use music off of like Show Me the Money and that kind of stuff too. So I would be interested. It would be interesting, right, to see if I could potentially set up like for, say, like the next season of Produce 101, um or Show Me the Money or something like that. If I could set up like a marathon live stream or something to go get that set up and playing before the debut of the next season, would be an interesting thing. I don't know, man. All kinds of possibilities with that I got to ask questions for and explore. I can't comment on 101 song. On 101, since I haven't listened to that song just yet, but I'll get back to you potentially next week, Friday, maybe in the next live chat. You can ask me that, Zara. Yeah, I haven't really been a big fan. I think the last Girls' Generation song that I've been a little bit a fan of was I Got a Boy. And I like I Got a Boy because it's different. It's an interesting song to listen to. It's funky, it's weird. That's why I like it. Other than that, every other song that they've released has been kind of boring in my opinion. Friday, no, it can't be next week because I'm going to be at KCON. Maybe I will live stream a little bit at KCON. Um, but no, this upcoming Friday, the what is it, on the 11th. I'm gonna try and get one more live chat in before I go to. I'm gonna, yeah. So got distracted by my phone notifications. I'm gonna try and get a live or another live chat in before I go to before I leave for Los Angeles for KCON. Um, so there's that, and then I would love another Jiyun comeback soon. That's, I mean, her every single time I hear one of her songs, man, it's just like instantly great. I love it. Their music is really good, and also to Rido Boy's point about Girls' Generation not having a good comeback since Jessica left. I would agree with that. I guess to a certain extent. I don't really know to be honest, but I do love. I'm much more. I'm enjoying the solo stuff that comes out of those the members. That's coming from that group's members more than the group's music itself, which is, I guess, unfortunate, but that's the way that it goes sometimes. Where, if you've never been to KCON, Kalo, where do you live, or is it even a possibility? I'll try and live stream a little bit at KCON. I was thinking seriously, kind of considering that potentially I would stream some of the concert if I could. Um, I just don't want to hold up my phone and be in everyone's way, even though like all of the other people are going to be doing something similar to that as well. And then there's also the constant freaking dance of like standing up and then sitting down that everybody does. Like nobody can just decide that they're gonna stand for the entire show, which that drives me insane. Cause like I'm 100% fine to stand for like 2 hours, and you live in Canada. Ah, well, I guess you can make it. It's a little expensive, I guess, to obviously to travel, but you do have the possibility. It's not like geographically impossible. And I also to reply to, well, Joshua and also Estefani. I have not actually listened to the CLC album just yet. Haven't had the time to do that, but I'm definitely, it's on my lists, checking it out. And okay, so fading idols. I don't know. I mean, I guess it kind of depends. Like, 4 minute members, Minzy to a certain extent. I don't know specifically about Boa, um, but they're kind of not at, of course. I think it's pretty safe to say that they're not really at the same popularity level, or that they once were at, I suppose. But I don't know. It's not. I don't really necessarily think that they're fading. They've just kind of changed gears, which I suppose if they've gone down to a lower gear, then they're fading. I don't know. I think labeling them as a fading star is a little harsh, I suppose. So, you know, yeah, I mean, it's definitely just a changing gears of what their career is, where it's not all about being like a idol, a music idol. They're, you know, moving on to doing other things. Uh, that's not necessarily being a K-pop idol. Well, I mean, so pretend as far as this 24/7 stream, like it's 100% guaranteed there will be no right YG music, no JYP music, no SM music. Uh, Basically, like the selection is going to be a little slim, but you know, it's definite. But there's definitely plenty of really good quality music that I can play. It just has to be stuff that's distributed by CJ E&M. So I could do, what is it, all AOMG, J Park and stuff. It's a possibility. There's always this. I gotta dig through the list of songs that I have the right that I can use, and find what I can do. I can do Luna. No, it's not necessarily going to be something based on my personal preferences, because I think I can do Luna. I can do the new CLC album, song and album at the very least. So it just like if you go up on, like, if you look on the Wikipedia page for like CJ E&M and then look at all of their subsidiary labels or labels that they have distribution agreements with, then you'll get a pretty decent idea of the songs that you can see in my in my videos, in my live streams and stuff like that that I can play. So like I can stream I can stream VIX. I was doing that yesterday, the last week, which previously, which I actually discovered this a little bit a while back, is that when I actually do start streaming music that's like live, then YouTube actually like blocks the stream. It doesn't like actually just completely take it down, but it just blocks it so there's no like video or audio, I believe. And so until it's not detecting any more copyrighted material, but because I have the rights, or because I have the ability to use it through my YouTube network, then I can use like VIX in my song in my videos, in my live streams, stuff like that, which is cool. I haven't taken enough advantage of it, but it is definitely out there. I don't really have a Spotify playlist necessarily of that's very much in depth. I mean, I can definitely set a Spotify playlist, but to do this stream off of, but that's not really the point though. The point of this of the stream on YouTube is to just kind of have a thing that people can come to and watch and listen to. Just in general, the kind of strategy behind this is it's honestly a kind of a way to grow my YouTube channel a little bit, because the idea is that it's going to attract people, and then they're going to subscribe to the channel and watch more of my videos. Right? That's kind of the general idea behind it. And I've honestly kind of taken inspiration from this off of the Korean ASM artist called Pomo, because she does a 24-hour, 24/7 live ASMR live stream, and the looking at her like past growth stats, um, her her growth just absolutely exploded when she started that live stream. And YouTube, Facebook, whatever else that's out there, whatever other service that does live video is pushing that and is heavily favoring people who are playing into that live video and promoting that stuff very, very heavily. So I want to take advantage of that, get on that train as much as I possibly can. But like I said, I have to set up a dedicated like streaming computer or something to do that, and of course deal with the freaking internet, which is also another issue as well. But I think it'd be cool. Also, to potentially give me a way to ASMR person is Pomo, PPOMO. That's who I'm talking about. And also, I don't know if you guys have seen this. My voice is legit ASMR. I could just, I mean, I could see, that's the thing too, is I could just, because ASMR videos are like taking advantage of the whole YouTube algorithm and the way that the whole thing works, like to a just ridiculous degree. It's stupid how how bad that they take advantage of what YouTube views as important in order to promote videos, to promote videos across the platform. It's crazy. I could talk about that. I'll actually, probably that's a good idea for a video to talk about on a Wednesday over on the vlog channel, why ASMR channels are doing so well. So thank you, Gugudan fanbase. I appreciate the kind words and that you enjoy my reaction videos. Yeah, right, boy. She's pretty. She's actually, there's actually a pretty decent amount of really good Korean ASMR channels. So my favorite aspect of K-pop, my favorite aspect of K-pop, the music. Just listening to the music and seeing and hearing everything that is, all of the different sounds and genres and genre influence and stuff that are incorporated into the music. That's what I really, really like about it. I suppose what initially kind of struck me was, since I grew up listening to metal, Slipknot and stuff like that, and also the like, black metal, death metal, European, Scandinavian kind of stuff. Um, I listened to that stuff, and then so the whole show aspect, the performance aspect and stuff like that of K-pop was something that really, really intrigued me, because it reminded me of like groups like Dimmu Borgir, Behemoth, all these other people who are dressing up in all their, you know, I don't even know what are their clothes, their face paint, all this other sort of stuff. It's just the showmanship and all this stuff that's in K-pop is something that was reminded of very, very heavily from a lot of the metal stuff that I'd listened to in the past. So that was one of the big things that initially, captured my interest. So that's that. Um, the cost of doing this, that's a good question. I don't specifically know. Um, if I could find a way to get my internet connection to where I'm at currently to be as strong and consistent as it is right now, that would be really, really great. Uh, what I'd done earlier when the internet was also garbage was I'd gone out to plug in a Wi-Fi booster to boost the signal out to where I'm picking it up, which has worked very, very well. Since I started this portion like nearly 30 minutes ago, I've only dropped 14 frames. As far as getting a dedicated computer, I don't specifically know about that. I honestly have no idea. So I don't know how much it would cost me to get this set up, but I don't think it would be a ridiculous, ludicrous amount. But fingers crossed that it doesn't actually turn out to be that expensive. I'm not frustrated that I don't understand the lyrics, because I just look at the lyrics as as another instrument, a part that's a part of the music. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just view it as another way to kind of add through the audio aspect of it to kind of convey the emotion and the feeling that is the intention. Oh, where times that I thought song was too overrated, also underrated. Uh, Overrated. I've asked in the past the question. I've proposed the question to people that potentially the group Twice is a little overrated for their quality of music, but at the same time I can't deny that their music is super super catchy. But I I said that. I said possibly there is the possibility that at the very end of one of my videos, I said possibly there is a possibility that Twice is a little overrated. And yeah, people didn't take that very well, but that is one group that I got in the back of my mind that I kind of feel that they're going to that their popularity that they're going to have peaked with their debut. I don't know specifically, of course, time will tell. I'm not going to say that they are overrated and that they're not going to have a lasting impact on the music scene, but that's kind of my initial impressions. I haven't seen anything to suggest otherwise. But I want them to prove me wrong. I really, really do, because I am 100% fine with being wrong. Underrated, honestly, man, underrated is basically is pretty much like anything that comes out of a smaller company that's outside of like a lot of the bigger ones. Yeah, so my whole argument, or the people's counter argument, right, which I guess I suppose makes sense, right? To Well, thank you Zero so much for coming out for as much as you could, and participating as much as you could while you were at work, no less. So I really really do appreciate that. Shows that you actually kind of care about myself a little bit, which makes me feel good. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you, and I will of course see you in the next one. I will promise to try and do more in the future. Um, Lovelies, I don't know. See, the thing about Lovelies is like their music's really really good. Like I'm not gonna. I really really enjoy their music, but at the same time, like I don't know exactly what is really really unique about Lovelies. It's I don't know. So I don't think that Lovelies is like super underrated. I think they are underrated to a little bit, to a certain extent, but I don't think it's really by like a massive degree. I'm not gonna get into. I'm not even gonna deal or talk about Henry's music video and all of that. Cultural appropriation in K-pop or cultural appropriation, all that stuff in general, is something that I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna get into that. So it sucks. Is is Wiki Miki out yet? I didn't know that they were. I'll have to look. Maybe they are already. I don't know. Lots of stuff could have happened while I was at work, earning a living. It's definitely a possibility. Yeah, that is pretty true about, the irony, I suppose, of K-pop, Kayla, that like it's all about having attractive visuals and or to a certain extent, it's about having um, what is it, attractive visuals. I talked about that on Sunday, you know, having attractive visuals, and then I suppose writing songs about love and all that stuff. But groups that are worth mentioning that have a unique concept, groups that I like, um I don't I that's actually something that I can't really answer at the moment as to what I like that. Hold on a second, let me do a little research and see if I can pull up some groups, because for as many groups as I've got in my, as many groups that I got in my brain, I can't pull them all out just like on command like that sometimes. And also to Lexi, your question, if I do I like Korean indie and do I listen to it? Yes, I actually do like about it, or do like about it. There we go. We're gonna stick with that. I do like about it. I do listen to some Korean indie. I try and listen as much as I can. Uh oh, what's going on now? Oh no. There goes the internet. Here we go. Now we're having problems once again. Cool. I like it. Appreciate it. Cool. What can solve the problem that idols can't date? I mean, like, fans that weren't insane. I don't know. That's really it. Okay, so let's throw out a couple of groups right here that aren't necessarily. Yes, it is laggy. It's my internet. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I opened iTunes. Do I would prefer if it was I would prefer if groups did a combination of both, where they kind of stuck with one thing for a short period of time and then changed it up later. You know, if it makes sense that they're doing something, but it's pretty consistent. But you know, keeping bringing a little bit of a new flavor to it every time. That I think that's really cool. That's kind of why I get that's why I was a little irritated with the fact that G Friend with their new song went back to doing something when Fingertip was a change and it was good, and then they went back to what they were doing before. But N Flying, I would definitely give N Flying a shout out as a group that deserves and should get a little bit more attention that they are currently getting. Mm, I don't know. See, I don't really get the sense that I don't really get the sense that Gugudon is particularly popular. I might be wrong. I'm not, because like I don't like, I'm not like all the other crazy people. I don't just like constantly look at the charts for like validation of the fact that the group that I like is good or not. Um, but but I definitely do kind of get a sense, of course, through like social media and stuff, and like looking on Reddit and other things like that. Who's like who's widely popular. Of course, this is just me uh, as an international fan, but I do think that they deserve a little bit more uh, notoriety. I suppose I don't know if that's really the bad version of being noticed than they are currently. But I mean, their music is really really good. It's like, even though like their debut song I said was like, this is kind of like your just typical generic girl group debut. Like it was like probably one of the best debut songs I've ever heard. Even if the music itself wasn't necessarily something that was like inspiring or very interesting, but like the quality of it was just spectacular. So I really like them. I wish that they were, like one of the main tip top groups out there, because they definitely do have that music quality for it. So when it comes to G Friend and Oh My Girl, it's a little bit interesting with that, because I think like as a group, G Friend is, as a whole, I would say that I don't know. See, this is the thing, is like G Friend is doing one thing, Oh My Girl is doing something that is different to a certain degree. Well, I no, Oh My Girl is doing something that is um definitely something that they're releasing music that's much more interesting and like creative and risky. Stellar, I like Stellar's music. Stellar's music is really really good. I'm not necessarily like a big time fan of their visual, but they can do whatever they want. I'm not their stylist. I'm not in control of their body. They can do whatever the heck they want. Um so that's that. My opinion on if Twice can sing well as a whole, I don't know. One or two members probably can, but I'm not really super confident or sold on like the exceptional vocal ability of all the members. But then again, it's a big K-pop group, and that's just kind of the way that it comes out in general. Is that not every member of a group is super strong with the vocals? So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but it just is a thing they're doing. And it's the thing, it's like you gotta realize with anything that you do, right? Whether that's singing, dancing, playing sports, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, whatever it is that you want to play, soccer, you got to know what you're good at and what you're not good at, and then play to those strengths. And I think that Twice does a really, really good job of playing to those strengths. So that's my opinion on Twice. I don't really have a strong opinion on whether they're talented or not, but I do know that they're playing to what they are good at very, very well. So, am I reviewing K-pop as a hobby, or do I plan, or do I hope to take it to some commercial? I, dude, I would love if I could, make this like turn this into a business that I could like support myself off of and potentially employ other people and make super cool, awesome content. Because I would love to just kind of have this as an outlet to cover and expand and kind of explore K-pop in a way that well, no other YouTube channel on K-pop is. I think that I'm currently kind of doing that to a certain extent, but you know, if it was something that I was doing professionally, I think I could go much deeper, much deeper, and provides much cooler things than I am currently. So listen to K-pop, give me more of an awareness outside your own culture. A little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna go and say that like I know a whole lot about um, Korean culture or anything, but yeah, I mean, I definitely know a little bit more. I'm not like an not a lot, but I say a little bit. Underrated. Yeah, Rania before the whole Alex thing. Underrated. Actually, no. Rania debut era, their first three songs were underrated. That's when they should have gotten all of their attention. That's when they should have become successful. but the company apparently sucks. They're horrible. So that's the thing. I really really liked Rania's music, early music actually. Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. I don't have Rania albums. I've got Evil. Evil is also a good group. They've disbanded though. I'm pretty sure. Cosmic Girls. Cosmic Girls. This is the thing. Like, dude, I'm not really like, I don't know. I'm a little fearful of potentially what the future holds for Cosmic Girls because their previous song Happy, while I loved it, it was a great song. It was like this is very much like a Twice song in my opinion. And their previous music and style, music style, visual style, whatever it was, is um is that that music was unique. It had its own vibe to it. It was awesome. And then they went with something that was a little reminiscent of Twice, and I was like, oh, really? Come on, are you gonna really, you're really gonna do that? But we're gonna give them some time to see what happens. They gotta they gotta work it out, find a solid footing so that they can do some stuff. Build up their career. Have I have I tried? I'll tell you what. When I was in LA 2 3 years ago, probably had like the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life. In from some, not, I wouldn't say it was a dump, but it was definitely not the most high end place I've ever been in. In K Town, dude, and that chicken was great. But yes, Korean food is top notch. It's good stuff. Haven't ever had any Korean food that I have not liked. So that's definitely awesome. What do I think of the curse of the seven of the well, the 7 year curse of the idols? It is what it is. I mean, 7 years is a long time. In all honesty, I mean, like that's nearly 10 years. You grow up a lot in 7 years, especially when you are as young as these idols are. And so it makes sense that when 7 years, when your contract is finished, then you want to do different things because you've grown as a human being and as a person, and you're just ready to do something different. And so it is what it is. The whole K-pop lifestyle and being an idol and stuff like that obviously isn't for everybody, and it's understandable that somebody who's 25ish in their mid 20s would be like, I want to go do something different. I want to go acting because it's a little bit easier and you have more longevity in your career when you're an actor or an actress. So a flying gecko. I like that. I like your username, dude. Flying gecko. Yeah, I mean, dude. Okay, so Labum being the new summer queens, I would like that a lot. I would really, really like that because Labum's music is awesome. Their music is great. If Labum could just do summer songs, actually no, they could just do two releases a year. Have a summer single, and then uh, release a mini album or an album sometime in the fall or the winter. It would be fantastic. Do I think that groups should have good live vocals? See, having okay, so having been to KCON, where like you can't even hear the vocals in all honesty over how loud the music is. Um, and and then of course being at a smaller venue where to see Hyuna, I don't think that live vocals are necessarily that important. Like it's nice and everything, but when you go to a live show, right, you're more kind of worried and more you enjoy the the vibe and the energy and the performance that's going on in front of you. So you kind of feed off of the energy and the performance, the the energy that the idol or the group is putting into their performance on stage, not necessarily the fact that the music is good quality or that you can hear the music perfectly or that you can that they're singing spectacularly, right? That's not necessarily what it's about. Of course, if you're at a concert for a ballad singer like the Antenna Music concert that's going to be in LA in November, then the vocals are probably very important in that. But that would be of course compensated and played out. So it doesn't really matter to me. My K-pop biases, K-pop K-pop bias, K-pop bias. Guyun from 4 Minute. That's it. No more. I don't have time. I had the time to follow 4 Minute a little deeply back when I first started, but I don't anymore, and so I don't have any biases. Do not have any bias groups. I'm a K-pop bias. That's it. If I do, I think that A Pink will continue with the same. They will die doing the same concept. I'm pretty sure because if they did not continue what they're doing, then they would lose their fans. They would flop super hard. I think. I think. My opinion. My opinion. But A Pink would die if they did anything different, which is fine. Their music is always good, so or something that I don't despise. So it's good, but they will never change. I do not think. So have I heard of Pretty Much? I haven't heard of Pretty Much. That's actually something I've never heard of. Never heard of Pretty Much. So I will have to take note of that at some point for sure. I'm self-employed. I can drink on the job. We don't have any rules against that. I'm not operating heavy machinery or anything like that. This is fine. I have indeed seen Sonamu's photo teasers. Some of them, not all of them, because I'm not super hooked in on that. I mean, I should be. I'm trying to be, but I'm not. But I have seen some of them. They look good. All K-pop teaser photos look good. So I mean, it goes without saying, right? But after the last Sonamu song, man, I'm excited. I'm stoked for what they're gonna release coming up next. JY, how do I feel about JYP, YG, and SM sublabels? I don't know. I mean, the thing is like I don't really know to a certain extent what the difference is. Does that make any sense? Because I mean, so I kind of get a little bit of a vibe and difference between Studio J and JYP proper. SM sublabels, like what the Super Junior label or something. I don't know what different what have they done different. So I don't. I really don't know. YG's okay. So YG, I actually do think that YG's actually done pretty good. High ground, something like that. But I mean, Zion T, it's been spectacular. Lehigh just completely transformed, as she disappeared into that dungeon for a little while, but she came out the other side the better for it, and it's it's working out really really well and producing some really good quality music. So I'm a big fan of the of YG's sub label. Sonamu. Oh, I would love it, man, if Sonamu went back to the Deja Vu style. Like, they pulled the bait and switch on us with that one. They pulled the bait and switch with us on that one. Like the promo song was nothing like the rest of the album. It was nothing like even the promo, the pictures, the images. Nothing in the album was anything like Deja Vu. I felt like I'd been had. They tricked us. They tricked us all. I have indeed heard of her pretend. I haven't listened a whole lot, but I have heard. Opinion on the tropic on the trop. Don't even get me started on this anymore. I'm tired of it. If Card releases another tropical freaking song, I'm gonna I'm gonna do what I've done the last 3 times. I'm gonna call them out on it. I'm gonna say like, look, guys, you got to do something different. Change it up a little bit. You can't ride the wave forever, because at some point their song is gonna flop. They're gonna release something that's gonna have the sound, and then it's not gonna be successful. Change it up preemptively. Oh yeah, the sub labels that I know of. So SM Entertainment, I think they've got. I think that Super Junior has a specific label set up for them that they. I'm sure. I think that they manage it. I'm not entirely sure about that. SM Entertainment also has set up a an EDM label called Scream Records, which the Luna. No, I'm sorry. That Amber song, Wave. Amber and Luna, I believe it was called a song called Wave, was released under Scream. YG, I believe it's High Ground or something like that. Uh, that's got Zion T. I don't know who else. Zion T, Lehigh. JYP has got Studio J, which is Day Six, Baekhyun. I think the solo singers, I believe, from 15 and Woolham, it might be owned, but it is not necessarily a sub label of SM Entertainment. I wouldn't consider them that. I think they're just owned, and SM has partial ownership of Woolham, if that is actually the case. Yeah, I definitely do agree, Hunter, that if I did show Twice or Red Velvet to someone who was not a fan of K-pop, they would look at me weird, which is why I will never show them. Well, I won't unless they unless they realize that, like, oh, I like Monster X, they're pretty good, or something like that. Um, that's who I meant to say, Lexi, but she's also I don't know. I don't know. See, I've only really Phase Fantasy. But oh, dude, I loved Faye's solo album, man. Fantasy, all that stuff is great. Zion T's the same. I don't know, but yeah, but anyway, so Faye's Fantasy, I loved it, man. It was great. It was really really good. Um, I wish I hope just like all of the songs off of that album were great. Like I love listening to them every once in a while. They're really really good. She's a soloist. I'm not entirely sure if she has a contract anymore with them, but she did release a mini album or a single album or something like that. Well, a year ago, July of last year, which was really good. Okay, so Zion T is at the Black Label. Awesome. I didn't know that. Well, I knew that he was obviously with the YG sub label, but I didn't know that it was the Black Label. So now I do. Hopefully, I won't forget that. Why would you walk away during anybody's parts? That's what I would ask. I mean, like you're gonna miss all the awesome stuff if you walk away from a performance of any K-pop song. I want Faye to come back too, man. I'd like if she just release more music like that. But do I do these a lot? I did. This is actually this specifically because okay, so the plan with the live chats, which I kind of set out at the beginning of the year, was that I was going to do one every single week, um, every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and I was doing pretty good with that up until soccer season started for the local team, which I have season tickets to, and they play games on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. sometimes, and so I didn't get a chance to do anything like that. And I kind of fell off the wagon with it. And then my internet is not particularly reliable. And so I have not done these in a very, very long time. So I do plan on doing these more frequently, doing the live chat kind of thing like we're doing more frequently in the future. I'm gonna try and do one this upcoming Friday or Sunday, so that I can, well, get one last thing in before I go to KCON. And 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 yeah, so basically the answer to your question, Lexi, is I do plan on doing these pretty frequently, like at least once a week, maybe more if I'm bored. I don't specifically know, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Haven't specifically heard of Mono Tree. I'm not particularly knowledgeable on the on what they produce. I'll have to look into it a little bit. But yes, I do plan on doing these more. I mean, like, dude, if I can draw 14 people to a live chat like this every single night, I'd be stoked because that's a lot more than I did the last time I did one of these. Like, that's a lot more than one of these. Like I'm loving the fact that chat's moving. Like it's good, and we got a good variety of people here releasing stuff. It's spectacular. I am absolutely loving this. Jesse's come back. I haven't listened to it. Do I think that newest? We will see. I'm not gonna say anything about newest's future, but I think they will be successful. But of course, who knows? Anything could happen. Playlist could screw it all up. You know, anything can happen like that. But I'm hopeful, man. They should have been big. They should have been established. They should not have had to go on Produce 101. But such is life. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Don't look at the light. Oh my god. Is it okay to say that K-pop is different than Western pop music? I mean, it all comes down to Hunter. It all comes down to personal taste. Like I think that musically K-pop is more interesting and more varied. But then again, I also don't listen to much American pop music. I didn't mean to disconnect it. I promise. I should be coming back. Hopefully, I'm coming back. Okay, I'm back. I promise. I promise I didn't mean to do it. My internet, the internet. So happy, so glad that I have that the internet. Internet, man, just like what a pain in the rear end. Do I think that Legiona and other singers like her will return strong to the Korean music scene? You know, I kind of think that I don't know. Maybe they have not. This is to answer Lexi's question from before the stream. My internet dropped out. I do think that they've always been pretty popular, but but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure if that music is going to be super popular. It all really comes down to how it gets marketed, right? So if like Antenna Music or somebody else isn't going to particularly put a lot of money into marketing them like they do a K-pop act, it's they're not necessarily going to be popular. But I also do think too that like the ballad type songs and those vocally oriented groups or singers are kind of a thing of the past in Korea, at least at the moment. Maybe they'll come back, but it definitely doesn't seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Ooh, I feel like I missed a little bit of chat while I was gone. Everyone listens to more stuff than well, indie stuff than I do. It's when it happens when you have the chance, the opportunity. See, you say miso, and I'm like girls miso, different person. It makes me so sad, guys. I just don't have the. I'm not. I have not been following Korean indie like I should be, or like I want to. God. Do I think that Red Velvet will ever do a more serious comeback? Uh, they will probably, if they do a serious comeback like Automatic. Wasn't one of those nights one of those comebacks that's more serious? They're due for another one. It's coming. Their next one up. I'm gonna bet you guys that their next comeback from Red Velvet is one of those Velvet songs. That's. Why do I feel like Kim Lips Eclipse? Good song, really good song. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Um, I mean, like on. I think I did a song review for Eclipse. So if you haven't watched that yet, you definitely should check that out or just search it. Um, or just watch my reaction video too, because that gives you good idea of what I thought or think currently. Um, you know what I'm gonna do? Hopefully, you guys can still under hear what I'm saying, and the video is buffering only. Which song is my favorite from Luna? Is Love Cherry Motion is my favorite song from Luna so far. If an English speaking idol decided to be a YouTuber, I don't know. I would subscribe. I would follow it. Coco from was it Coco Sori has a YouTube channel. She vlogs. She's not super popular. Well, I mean, she's like the most ridiculously popular though. So that's a thing. You should check that out. Um, what's the girl from Actong Musician has a YouTube channel as well. She's done some like get ready with me kind of videos. She's awesome. Her videos are great. The first one that she uploaded, I watched it. I didn't understand a damn word that she was saying, of course, but I was, but I was like, yo, it's just so much fun. Amber has a YouTube channel. Yes, Coco, because of Edward. Yes, I know. That's how I know her. Well, her personally, and her vlog channel too, through what I guess Edward and Joan. I have no idea what Coco was doing before I she ended up in one of Edward's vlogs when he went to what was it? One of the music shows with her. And then she ended up in a I don't speak any Korean. I would like to learn more than actually I know a little teeny tiny fractional for a little tiny amount like maybe like 5 words. Not enough that I'm going to speak any of it. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess Edward also knows what's his name, Jay from Day 6 too. So no big deal. But just he just knows K-pop idols, or at least they were in the same kind of in the same dressing room as him in that video. Slur speaking, it's yeah. I don't know. See, you gotta practice it. He has a YouTube channel, dude. If he You can't just dangle this in front of me and not give me an answer if he has a YouTube channel or not. I promise to God I won't share it with anybody aside from the 13 people that are watching this. What do I have to know to find out about it? About his YouTube channel if he does have one. I guess I'd see him being a YouTuber though. Oh God! Now Hunter bringing in this YouTube channel from Dara. Oh God! Now the plot thickens. What? When will Secret get it? That's a good question. When Secret will ever make a comeback, another comeback, I could not tell you. Oh, oh, what's his name? The dude from B2B. His name I forgot. The bald guy, or the dude with the shaved head. I can't remember his name. I'm horrible. he he has a YouTube channel too. He uploads some vlogs on that one. I like Hyosung's music. Their solo music's really good. So Hyosung, find me whatever good stuff. I like it a lot. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I just had that played back on in my ears. Me trying to do dude from B2B. I'm like, I can't believe I just called him the bald dude. Yes, thank you everybody. You're so great. um, okay, there we go. He has a YouTube channel. You should check that out as well. Support him in his endeavor on YouTube. I have not heard about. Well, to be honest, I probably wouldn't be following individual members of C Clown of all groups, but I had not heard that he has a YouTube channel. Now I'm interested. Man, I'm willing to bet that like every K-pop idol is either wearing a wig or some sort of something like that with their hair. Do not I don't I would not be surprised. Like, is it a bad thing though that they wear wigs? Is it? Because I mean, like they change their hair like every 2 seconds. So I mean, like the only way that you could do that without frying your hair is with a wig. Because you don't damaged hair is bad. Huh. I might have to do a little research to see if I can find this YouTube channel from a C Clown member. Huh. So okay, so oh, and I mean that they're hiding their current hair or their new hairstyle for an upcoming comeback. Like people are like, "Oh my god, they changed their hair. They're going to like have a comeback." And I mean, it makes sense cuz you kind of want to keep that on wraps until it gets announced a little bit. So I mean, if that's the kind of the point, then I 100% understand that. And again, once again, anyone can wear a wig. Shit, I could wear a wig if I could find a way to hide all the rest of my hair. But I mean, it's whatever, man. People just like people care, make comments about all this stupid stuff. Like, who cares that they're wearing a wig or anything like that? I don't. You missed like all of 4 minute. I'll tell you that right now. Um, I just gotta put 4 minute out there. Um, Stellar. You missed a lot of music from Stellar. They're really good. Hmm. 4 minute Cross Gene. Dude, you have got it is required listening for K-pop fans to listen to the song from Cross Gene titled "Play with Me." Listen to it, love it. You will love it. I'm pretty certain that you will love "Play with Me." That's a great song. Do I listen to 90 or K-pop 1.0? I don't listen to it other than throwback reaction videos. I don't actively listen to it at all, so no, I don't. I probably should, but yes, play with me. SES. Yep. I mean, I'm not gonna like say any. Well, I mean, I can't really deny, SES. Those groups were like super popular. Kind of course, were the epitome of K-pop back when they were in existence. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have any opinions one way or another on any of the OG groups because I just don't. But yeah, I definitely like at least recognize the name. I'm not completely ignorant in that regard, so that's always a good thing, right? Oh boy, how long has this been going? Hour and a half? Oh my god, guys. I'm actually kind of now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of interested. Maybe I could set up my crap laptop as a streaming box. Hmm. Would be interesting. I don't know why that thought just popped into my head, but it did. Shinhwa is still killing it. Yes, they are. They were. I saw them perform at KCON. They were awesome. They knew what they were doing. They threw down. Also, their music that they've released recently is also really good stuff too. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. So there was also that. At least I know their new music, right? So that's good. Shinhwa has been around forever. What? When was it? Was it? It was Super Junior, I believe it was at KCON when they had their like whole. They kind of made it a little bit of a celebration of their 10-year ish anniversary, something like that. One of their anniversaries, which was kind of cool. What was it? That was a neat sort of stage that they did. Oh, and then Turbo last year was fun too. I enjoyed that one quite a lot too. It brought out who? Was it Astro and G Friend to kind of participate in some of the as the as like dancers and stuff like that for a couple of their songs on stage, which was kind of cool and fun. I don't think K-pop groups have a chance against American groups. I do not think. I mean, so I guess it depends on what you mean by like, do they have a chance? Like, what are they fighting them for? What is the competition about? Because yeah, American music is definitely 100% on top of the world music right now. Cascade. I'm pretty sure that if I have heard, maybe I haven't. I don't know specifically, but I don't know. I haven't specific. The name Cascade is not familiar to me, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I might have heard that song Last Chance Ever, or huh, that's bad word choice. I might have heard the song Last Chance before. All right, Estefani Son, thank you for coming out. You were here for about like an hour or so, and that's a pretty significant chunk out of your day. So I appreciate it that you spent it with me. It's really, really awesome. Hopefully, you had some fun and enjoyed our chat because, of course, I had some fun too. Glad that you were joining and participating in the conversation. That's always good. So I will, like I said, thank you for coming out, and I will, of course, see you whenever the next time is that I see you. K-pop groups are better than American groups in English. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I mean, so I transitioned from listening to like American music, if you want to call metal American music or whatever, to Korean music. So I definitely understand going the opposite direction, or going in the opposite direction. I definitely do understand that. I don't know. I mean, like American groups speak English fluently. We don't really have boy group or groups like that though. The thing is that the thing about the American pop music is that like the chain smokers are pop music at this point. You know, it's just like whatever is spectacular is super popular is what is considered pop music. Beyonce's pop music, you know, it's it's a different kind of scene. Black Eyed Peas, that's a pop group. Uh, nope. I will cover every video or as much as I possibly can in the future. Just not particularly. I don't know. So I don't necessarily mean that I'm not ever going to cover another Girls' Generation song, but whether I upload it or not, man, like my video better be something that I personally think quality wise is like top notch, exceptional, or I will not. It's also really kind of dependent on whether or not they actually release a song that I have a large amount of interest in, or that I enjoy a lot. I'm so tired of watching my the Backstreet Boys in sync and all that stuff were from the 90s. Yeah, the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s ish. If they even made it to the 2000s, I don't even know, to be completely honest. Dude, I like Beyonce too. I enjoy her music. I'm so tired of listening to her freaking song at work though. Like they got this playlist and it's like what time is it? Probably it's like it's at the same freaking time every single day. All I hear is freaking all the single ladies just like I'm just like oh god damn it, I'm so tired of this song. Every single day we're listening to that freaking song. I'm so tired of it. It's making me not like her. It's not making me not enjoy her music. I hate the freaking music at work, man. The playlist that they got playing stuff off of for freaking for Walmart right now, or at least at my store, is just atrocious. It's horrible. I hate it. It's the same. It never changes. Like there was a point that I knew that it was time for break because Piano Man was playing. Like when Piano Man came on, I knew that it was time for my 15-minute break because it came on at like 8 a.m. like clockwork every single day. Haven't heard the song by The Urge, so I can't comment on that. Unfortunately, pretend. Or I haven't heard The Urge. Do you think that one day the K-pop will be on the same level as American pop? Hmm, that's actually a good question. I don't know. There's always the possibility for it. I don't see why it can't or why it will not, other than the fact that it's in a different language. But I don't know. I honestly have no idea the answer to that question. All right. I'm seeing a little correlation here, guys, between the fact that my internet's garbage and I keep dropping frames. Well, my internet's garbage is dropping frames, and the fact that I'm losing audience. I'm seeing this connection. I'm seeing it. I don't like it, but it's there. Um, I'm also really kind of irritated with the fact that I'm hearing my live stream cut out and pause and all that stuff too. So I think that I well also the fact that we've been going for like nearly an hour 45 minutes too. That's a long time. Yeah, I do believe I think that I'm going to wrap it up here for the night, and I will be back very very soon. Probably sometime tomorrow morning. We'll be playing some video games, just chilling, playing some video games, maybe doing some like work with like After Effects or something like that. Um, so yeah, and also Lexi makes a very very good point about people that people don't like American music but prefer K or but think that K-pop is better. I definitely do agree with that point of view and that thought. It's definitely a thing. So, like I said, I'm gonna finish this like for real this time, and I will be back very 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 soon. And if you would like to relive this event, then you should be able to watch the replay on the channel at some point in the very near future. So like I said, thank you guys for coming out. It was a lot of fun. These are always fun. I've had the biggest crowd, the biggest audience that I've ever had for one of these. So I am super super pumped and much more motivated to do these very very more frequently than I have been. So you can count on it, and maybe we will get a special live stream from KCON next week. Um, as far as what time tomorrow, I don't know specifically what time tomorrow morning. It's going to be sometime in the AM Eastern time. So I do not know that, unfortunately. But like I said, for real, stop talking to me. I gotta go. So I will see. God damn it. I will see you guys all very very soon. Either my next video or my next live stream, whichever one that you watch next. So thank you everyone for coming, and I will see you all very very soon.